report was on ancient Egypt. They were a little bit more than a kingdom, I'd say.
So I had history, and they made the pyramids to praise the pharaohs, and then they got all their goods and stuff from the river, and the river gave them really good farming, and then they had to stay by the Nile for water resources and everything, and they had 3 kingdoms: the old, middle, and new.
For geography, the surrounding countries in ancient times were, they had Libya to the west and Sudan to the south, and Jordan and Saudi Arabia to the east. And take that back, that's nowadays. But in ancient time, the only surrounding country was Sunnah, which was to the east. They're in the northern eastern part of Africa. In ancient times, travel was really hard, so they often used the Red Sea and the Nile to get around.
For government, Egypt was a theocracy, so the pharaoh was not only a political leader, but it was also a religious leader. And he was actually thought to become a god after death, which is part of the reason why they made the pyramids. They had a very intricate class system, you see right there. They were, all taxes were paid in goods, so like agriculture and like livestock. The pharaoh owned everything, all people, land, buildings, everything. And the government controlled all major products, so like taxes and trade and large building projects.
Okay, so people used newly found copper and lead ore and gold found in the Nile to trade, and they also used lots of decorative rocks from the quarries to decorate their houses and trade with. And pharaohs, as Phelan just said, were raiding, so they often got a lot of whatever was found.
Archaeology, they used block statues, and they were a type of memorial statue. The Egyptians built pyramids as tombs for their pharaohs and their queens. The pyramids were different shapes and sizes. The art showed symbolism, playing an important role in establishing a sense of order. The Egyptian headrest acted as their pillow. Egyptian amulets were like their lucky charm, and they often used an eye, and it stood for healing and protection. The shabti were statuettes, usually in the form of a mummy. Their religion, they considered themselves as co-laborers with the gods, believing to work with their gods to prevent the reoccurrence of chaos. Clothing made from plant fibers, linen, and occasionally cotton. They used animal skins worn by priests and pharaohs in their role as first servants of the god. They had 6 festivals: Thoth, Wag, Sokar, Great Flame, and the Sajid. They celebrated the opening of the year, first of the year, and possession of men. Kings and queens wore decorative ceremonial clothing adorned with feathers.
Sociology. The ancient Egyptians traded along the Nile River, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Red Sea. They traded things like gold, papyrus, linen, grain, artifacts, copper, and iron. They traded with many countries, some being Lebanon, Africa, Nubia, and more. Many years ago, Egypt conquered part of Syria and Palestine. That conflicted with the Hittites. This caused a big battle. After the war ended, they agreed and formed an alliance.
All right, for psychology, this is more recent problems. Recently, there has been a sort of spark of revolution on January 24th, which to them is Police Day. 16 people died in a protest against security violations by police. So as of right now, new elections and new constitutions are being sort of put in order. And also right now, the sort of thing with like the Middle East is ISIS and Al-Qaeda are sort of happening. So yeah, that's a problem.
Nice job.